All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is Tuesday, October 15th. We got game number 2 of the ALCS here. Yankees taking on the Guardians. In terms of what we'll do in today's video, I'm going to dive into this game. I'm going to give you my lean on the side. I'll give you my lean on the total. I have a few player prop spots that I'm looking at as of right now as well. But as always, guys, all of my final plays, if you do want to fade me, all of those plays are going to be listed in the pinned comment. So make sure to keep an eye on that. Last night, we go 2-1. And Alvarez had a lot of opportunities. He got on base via a walk. He had the bases loaded at one point. We were that close to a sweep, but we know sports betting is not could have been, should have, whatever. You know what I mean? 2-1 night. We'll still take it, guys. Yankees heavily juiced there, but that Juan Soto over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. What a good look there. We shall take it. Before we do jump into this game, I do want to talk to you guys about one of the links in the description and the pinned comment. We have all of the sportsbook best sign-up bonuses in your location. All you have to do is go over here and change your location to where you are. It might even auto-detect it, but you get all of the best sign-up bonuses. I'm telling you guys all the time to use multiple books, get the best odds possible, because why would you buy a car for 40 grand? You can walk down the street and buy it for 35 grand, right? That type of thing, or 10 grand or 5 grand. Any price discrepancy is worth capitalizing on in the long run. So go check it out, guys. Sign up for a sportsbook that you're not on if we talk about it in today's video. But as always, guys, you must be 21 plus. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Well, let's go ahead and jump into today's show here. Like I said, we got game number 2 on the bump for the Yankees. It's going to be Garrett Cole going up against Tanner Bybee here for Cleveland. What I saw yesterday was kind of how I saw this series starting, right? I even said it. I went with the Yankees. Juiced chalk pick, but still seemed a little bit worth it. Today we're looking at minus 170, minus 175 odds. I still do think the Yankees are the better team, and I feel like if we pick our spots correctly, they ultimately win this series, and meaning even if we drop a couple here and there, we still end up profiting. So I am to some degree on the Yankees today, but I think I'm going to be looking at the first 5 on the run line, minus 0.5 for minus 120. I just can't consume a minus 170. We already feel ill enough when we take a minus 160 play, so minus 170 is way too out there. But Yankees on the first 5 here, meaning they have to win after the first 5, minus 120. We saw that offense look pretty good yesterday, Juan Soto included, right? And Cleveland overall against Garrett Cole here, I don't see them having the best of spots. They have tons of experience against him and vice versa, obviously, in terms of the guys on the roster. And what I mean by that is the guys that have played against him, not necessarily the Guardians in general. Like someone could have been on the Angels and played Garrett Cole. It counts towards this, right? 142 plate appearances against. He's got a 23% K rate, which isn't all that crazy. Right around this season, this season he's hovering right around 25. But he's got a 236 average against, a WOBA of 324, an expected WOBA of 327, and an expected batting average of 250, which is a hell of a lot better than the small sample size numbers we have of Bybee against the Yankees here. 353 average against, an expected WOBA of 356, a slugging of 409. So I do think that Yankees already have the better offense, and they should be able to, put some more runs up against Bybee here. And then the other side of things were Cleveland, though, yes, Cleveland's offense, if you look at their numbers, I guess they had 2 0-run scored games in that series against Detroit, but they had a 7, they had a 5, and another 7. Those are coming via big plays and big sort of innings, right? I don't think Garrett Cole's going to necessarily have that. In terms of how he's been pitching lately, has he been his best self? I wouldn't lie to you and say he has, but in that game number, the 3-1 win to Kansas City, 7 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts. It's kind of the first time in the playoffs that we saw him, via what he's been doing. Because even in game number 1, he didn't look all that great against Kansas City. So maybe he's turning the right corner at the right time. If this is going to come down to the pitching, I think Garrett Cole has a slight edge. If it's going to come down to the hitting, I think the Yankees have a major edge here. Now, I really do like the first 5 again because of the odds, but also we know this Cleveland bullpen is very, very good, right? And if we even look at yesterday's 5-2 win for the Yankees, well, who won the 6, 7, 8, 9 innings? Cleveland won 2-1. So if you like Cleveland today for some plus money, I really don't hate the idea of rolling with the full game or something like that. But to me, until I see this Yankees team kind of fall flat, I feel like I'm on their side. And I know, stinks as a Red Sox fan to be betting the Yankees, but I truly do think they're the better pitcher with the better bats today. But not necessarily full game. So if you do, like I said, like the Guardians, which their full game right now is, I want to say it's like plus 145, plus 150. that could be worth the swing of the bat, just not enough worth it for me. In terms of a total here, I think I'd look at what I looked at yesterday. We didn't end up rolling with it, but I kind of wish we did. Yankees team total over 3.5. That could be a way that we do this without having to back the Yankees altogether. So if you're more comfortable with maybe just the Yankees offense kind of doing what they did yesterday, and they just had a big inning too, right, with Soto and whatnot, but over 3.5, they go get 4 runs, then hell, the Guardians can win 6-4 and we still cash, you know what I mean, as long as the Yankees score there. So I like their idea. I like the idea of them going up against him. Tanner Bybee, in a sense. He's going to throw a lot of fastball and sliders. Yankees kind of middle of the pack here. Another sort of notch on the Cleveland belt would be their pitch mix. Batting versus Garrett Cole looks pretty damn good as well. But again, I know Tanner Bybee's a good pitcher, but I think when we're talking Garrett Cole in the postseason versus Tanner Bybee in the postseason, there's a pretty clear-cut advantage there. Now, I do have a few player props to jump into, 2 Yankees and then 1 Guardian here. Before we do that, I want to talk to you about Garrett Cole, like we just said, and Sleeper. They have a free square, what should be free, a 0.5 strikeout line for him over there right now. If you don't know what Sleeper is, you can go over there, check out all of their player props. You combine 2 or more into an entry. The more you win, the more you get paid out. And speaking of the payout, what I like about it is the fact that each and every pick that you put into your slip changes the payout dynamically of your entire entry. They don't just follow a fixed structure like 2 for 2 is 3x, 3 for 3 is this, that type of thing. So Sleeper is really, really cool and unique. If it's available in your state and location, go ahead and check it out, guys. You're also going to get a 100% first deposit matched. Sounds like a no-brainer to me. Go ahead and check it out. But let's dive into player prop number 1 here. Going to be looking at Aaron Judge over 0.5 walks. Now, this dude has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 walks in his last 10 games, averaging 1.2. Only 1 game in his last 10 that he did not hit this. He's hit it in this series, obviously yesterday, and then in that Kansas City. So in the postseason, when pitchers are very particular about who they're throwing to, where they're throwing it, he had 5 walks in that series. Now, Tanner Bybee is not this walk machine type of a pitcher, so I understand that. His walk rate against righties goes down to 5%, sure. But I'm thinking this is more of a backing Aaron Judge like he's going to get the easy walk thing instead of saying, oh, Tanner Bybee throws a bunch of walks. So I really do want to make that clear here. So I like the idea of this spot. Now, Aaron Judge is not going to strike out against the fastball a lot. The slider, he does, his WOBA drops and his strikeout rate drops, but not all that much. Goes from 24% to 25%. So even his first 2 pitches here, Aaron Judge shouldn't strike out a crazy amount against. I mean, he does have a fairly high strikeout rate, but they should be pitching to Aaron Judge kind of timidly, right? If you look at his hits, runs, and RBIs, the guy just started to get going. 1 hit, 1 RBI last 2 games. If he's going through or going to start ramping up to something like this, we're going to see tons of walks like we saw during that time. So I don't think they want 1 pitch to decide this game, and if there's anyone on this team, ranking number 1 for a 1 pitch could decide a game, it is Aaron Judge. So I like him for 0.5 walks. As always, guys, keep an eye in the pinned comment to see if we do roll with this. I really like this spot as of right now, but we keep researching all the way throughout the day, you know what I mean, just to make sure that we have all the information possible. Moving on, we got Juan Soto. Kind of got to go back to the tried and true. We hit this in this game, and then we hit it in this game. So 2 of his last 3 games, he's cashed this for us. Tanner Bybee, good pitcher, but Juan Soto against righties. Batting average jumps to 293. WRC plus jumps to 182. Tanner Bybee against left-handed pitchers. Batting average jumps 30 points. WOBA jumps nearly 40 points. So I do like the spot here for Soto to keep going. My only sort of call or cause for concern would be, well, he just hit a home run yesterday. Maybe he's kind of like, due for a drop-off spot, maybe something like that. But overall, I still do think it's a good look. And then 1 on the Guardian side of things, and I like it because it's plus money. You can see here, ESPN Bet and Bet365, who canceled me and banned me before I ever even made a play. Screw them. But BetMGM plus 100 here, right? Everywhere else, it's minus 103, minus 105, minus 120. So I like the idea of him just getting on base here, or getting a hit, I guess I should say, for plus 100. Obviously, yesterday, things looked pretty damn good for him. He had the home run. But in terms of, what he's going to see a right-handed pitcher, which, yes, his batting average is bad, but it jumps up against a right-handed pitcher. Garrett Cole's ERA jumps up against that. He's going to see a fastball, hits that well. Curve, he does not hit well, but the cutter and slider are two pitches where his WOBA jumps up. So decent matchup against Garrett Cole as well. So Brian Rocchio here over 0.5 bases. Those are three player props. Again, Judge walks, Soto hits, runs, and RBIs, and bases for Brian Rocchio. And then in terms of where I'm leaning here, I'm looking at the Yankees on the first 5 run line, as well as their team total over in terms of a total. That's going to wrap it up for today's show. If you guys made it this far into the video, go ahead and comment 10, letting me know you made it into the end of the video. And I do appreciate it. I know we keep getting a lot of comments, and I chuckle at some of these because I don't think any of these people are like seriously that hateful. They're like, why the F are you still doing baseball? It's stupid. It's like baseball's it's like, guys, we're just making a video here. Can we all go, if you like to be entertained, you like to bet, here you are. You know what I mean? You don't have to watch it. Especially if you're already not betting on baseball at the end of the year, then why in the comments? I don't know. Guppies are out and about. Something about this spooky October season as the Guppies all out here wide-eyed. But nonetheless, guys, we'll catch you guys in the next one, all right? Peace out.